Thanks for joining, everybody. I want to offer care. I want to get care back. That's why I'm here. Hi, Dan. Great to see you all. So great to see you. I have to connect on a day like today because a lot of scary, crazy shit is going on. And I was feeling unmoored. I was feeling like I needed to get grounded and the way I do that is I connect with other people. So thank you. You guys are helping me right now. And by the way, if you want to say anything, comments are open for questions, conversations. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me anything you want. I'm here for that. And I have just heard something about Tim Waltz. Hi, Denise. Great to see you. And so I just wanted to share how I felt kind of disturbed by sort of the messages from Minnesota that people are sort of on their own there. And I just saw that there was a very strong speech by Tim Waltz to talk about what's happening there, and he did not say anything about anyone coming to protect the people. In fact, what I heard was that he wants us to help video and then build a database of atrocities, which I'm all for keeping a record. I'm all for keeping a historical record. However, what about protecting the people? Who's going to protect the people? Video cameras are not going to protect the people. Not even close. I think Renee Nicole Good was using a video camera when she got shot in the face. So I found his comment to be very off base and in some ways alarming. I don't know what you guys thought of it. I'm just finding in general there's to be a lack of leadership in any kind of way. And so what it makes me understand is that it's up to us, you guys. It's totally up to us. Nobody else is really stepping up. I haven't seen anybody. Have you? Because, I don't watch a lot of news. I'm going to be honest. It triggers me. So I get a lot of my information from the community. And whenever something big happens, I hear about it no matter what. I don't even have to watch the news. It's going to trickle down somewhere, trickle through. So there may be things going on that I'm not aware of. Hi, Lee. Thank you for joining. It's so good to see everybody here. I would love to know how you're feeling, what you're thinking, any thoughts you have about what's going on. I'm just here to connect. Hi, Tom. Great to see you. I'm here connecting as I like to do when I'm feeling affected, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling sad, when I'm grieving. We have to connect in these moments. This is how we're going to survive authoritarianism together. It's really the only way. Hi, Tom. So great. Thank you for commenting. Anybody, please feel free to tell me how you're thinking and feeling. What's in your mind? What's in your heart? I'm here to support you, and I'm here to receive the support that you're giving me. Hi, BCZ. How are you? So glad you joined. Hi, dot, 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 dot. I saw you just joined. I'm just here once again to be with my community. I want to offer care to you guys. I want to receive care back. Because have you noticed? We need it. Who the hell is caring for us? Who the hell is caring for us? I don't see it. Am I missing anything? That's what I was saying before you came on, Tom. Did I miss any news? Did some strong leader step up to lead the opposition yet? Thank you, Tom. Tom's saying we got to care for each other. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And if you guys put anything in the comments, I'll read it out loud so everybody can hear and try to respond or join with you in solidarity. Okay, right. So Tom is telling me I haven't missed anything. Nobody has stepped up today to help the American people. So the American people have to step up to help the American people, which, by the way, we are. We are. Have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen people out there? I have seen incredible videos these last few days of people really standing up for each other and really being present in the most horrific time, well, one of them in our history. People are putting their bodies on the line. People are putting their safety on the line. And I'm enraged that I don't see it from anyone in an elected office. I just don't see it. I definitely thought by now that at least one person would like chain themselves to, I don't know, like a door or something. Hi, Michael. Tom is telling me. Oh, thank you, Tom. He just printed up his new anti-ice poster. Tom makes amazing posters, you guys. This is part of his activism, and it's really wonderful. And he's saying, I'm ready to join my fellow patriots. Fuck yeah! I'm with you, Tom. Michael joined. Thank you, Michael. Dead Man, great to see you. David joined. Great to see you guys. I'm here to connect, offer care, be in community. There's nothing more important to me right now than my friends. And a lot of my friends are online. A great many of them. My friends from the other parts of my life don't live close to me. So, and not all of them want to talk about authoritarianism, but you guys do. Anybody who wants to say anything, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you, dot, 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 dot. They're saying we have friends everywhere. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Hi, Doug. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining, everybody. What I like to do to come up when I come on live is I like to connect. I like to interact with like-minded people. And this is how I feel connected. Tom, I saw that you just messaged me, so I don't know if you wanted me to know something now, but I couldn't look at it. Um, Tell me more, dot, 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 dot. Tell me more about our friends everywhere. Yes, but to say more about that for me, hi, Kimberly. Thank you for joining. A lot of my friends are online. That's the reality. I've never met any of you in person. There was one person from Blue Sky that I met this year at the No Kings March in Jersey. It was fantastic. I was going up and down the line because when I go to marches and protests, I'm really loud. And he stopped me and he said, I know you. You're from Blue Sky. And that was OK Nova on Blue Sky. And it was wonderful. Hi, Richard. Great to see you. Oh, Tom, thank you so much. He's telling me he sent me a photo of one of his posters. Thank you so much. You know I love them. Hi, Richard Brown, Kimberly, Doug, any of you, if you have anything you want to write in the comments, I would love to know how you're doing. Are you feeling okay physically? Are you feeling okay mentally? That's one of the things we have to do right now is we have to take care of ourselves. And it's going to get harder and harder. So we have to join in that. And I like to take at least 5 minutes a day to be quiet. I talk a lot here and online, but between that, I rest and recover. I have to. Thank you, Dead Man, for letting me know that you're fine here. I'm so glad. It means so much when I see that people are okay. And if anyone's not okay, it's okay too. It's any way you're feeling is okay. Hi, the cool group isn't cool. I love that name. It's so great to see you again. Someone is commenting. Let me read, Tom. I'm feeling very strong mentally and physically, he says. I'm 74, so fuck it. We gotta be strong. Tom, I really could not agree more, and I had no idea you were 74. I really did not know. So that means you're 21 years older than me, because I'm about to be 53. Cool group isn't cool. Love to see you. Dead Man, thanks again for saying you're fine. Tell me more if you want. Anybody tell me how you're doing? You guys, we're in a marathon. It's not a sprint. Our goal right now is to sustain our energy. It's almost going to be impossible because they're attacking us. They're attacking us from every angle, physically and psychologically. Um, the cool group isn't cool is telling me great to be here with you. Thank you so much. It means so much. It really does. It really means so much when I have people that are like minded, people that understand that we can't just vote our way out of this. A lot of people still think that. A lot of people really do still think that we can vote our way out of this. And we can't, because our elections are forever compromised irreparably. Have you guys noticed that Elon Musk is making like global tours fucking with everybody's election? Um, Dead Man's telling me I'm on anti-ice security detail at an art thing on Sunday. Yes! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is the way, you guys. Just being locally involved wherever anything's going on. The more people see us out there, the more safe they feel to do the same. Psychological terrorism tries to shut us up. Oh, somebody is commenting, and I would love to read it. Doug. The beginning of 2026 has been so incredibly exhausting, but running and music is great therapy, at least for me, he says. Thank you. It is a marathon. We must stay strong and stay united. I love your comment. Thank you so much. Hi, Simi. Thank you for joining. So I used to be a big runner too, and then I tore my meniscus playing soccer. And now I do strength training. I do some yoga. I like to walk. It's very important to keep this body as healthy as possible. Everyone's body is different. Wherever your body is at is perfect. Everyone has different type of health. Everyone is different. So you do what you can do. The best way you can take care of yourself might be different than how other people take care of themselves. But whatever you can do, like I'm just going to drink a little water. And if you have yours, drink with me. Stay hydrated, right? Connect with friends when you can. Friends are on here. We can join together here. If you don't have anybody close to you, you can make friends who are far away, but have the same values as you and have the same goals in terms of how to help this world. And that's what I find on Substack, actually. I find a very progressive community, or even radical in some ways. And I like that. I like to be radical. I don't want to be a Democrat or a Republican at this point. I want to be a very progressive person. I want to be a radical person. I want to be a motherfucking revolutionary. That's what's going to take. Our society has shifted. It is forever changed. There's no going back. So, evolution, revolution, civil disobedience, mass movements, and I don't mean protests. Ideally, economic movements, strikes, boycotts, shutting down the fascist economy. That's what they fucking care about is their money, their companies, their shares, Wall Street, the shit that's killing us, right? Anybody just comment if you want. I'm so good to see everybody. Please feel free to join the conversation. I'll read any comment you have. And I'd love to know how you're feeling physically, mentally, or anything else that you want to say. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And I love to interact. It is life saving for me. And I mean that. It's not just fun. It's not just, a way to spend time. It's life saving. It's life saving that I get to ventilate these thoughts and feelings to you guys. And you're such good listeners. And to feel a catharsis, a sense of relief when others can connect in the same way. So earlier I was talking about, oh, yay, somebody commented. Oh, it's my ... Ah, thank you for sharing this. They say, high cortisol level due to constant stress can take a toll on your health. It's okay to take a break to recharge. This is so important. Thank you so much. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a marathon. The only way to make it is to sustain our energy, not to burn out. Getting more Doug. Hello, thank you for commenting. Amen. He says, we remove the money. They don't have the power. 2024 election was compromised by Musk. I'm convinced, and I'm a conspiracist. I'm convinced, and that it's a conspiracist. I'm not sure if I read that right. I'm sorry, Doug. Who really believes the orange dictator flipped every swing state? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. When that election, actually, no, I don't call it an election. I call it an installment. When that installment happened, I don't know about you guys. Could you feel it in your gut? Something was wrong. When you saw them swing states all go red, could you tell in your gut something went right? Sure, if you did. We have to use our intuition. We can tell when shit ain't right. You're not a conspiracist, Doug. No, you're not. Thank you for saying that. Lambo's saying yup. Thank you. Okay, dot is saying, I'll read you too. The cool group isn't cool, but first, dot says, my gut dropped. That's exactly right. So that's called your intuition, and you could trust it. The cool group isn't cool said, no doubt, no doubt. I think that might be to the comment that we were making about the swing states and the election being rigged. Maybe let me know if you want to tell me more clarity. But so yeah, right. So I had that gut feeling. I could tell something was wrong. And then the next day, I think it was the next day, Kamala conceded in record time. It's at least how I felt. I felt that her concession was the quickest one on record. I don't know if it was. I don't know if they've ever been timed, but that's how I felt. And I was pissed. And then I thought, okay, let's see what happens. Are they going to bring a lot of lawsuits? What are they going to do about all them bomb threats? I really honestly at first expected a lot of action. And people would say, well, why should they sue? They're not going to win. Just to get it on the record, this MAGA, they brought 62, I think, lawsuits against the 2020 election. They all failed. However, that's not really the goal. They knew they would fail. The goal is to control the narrative and to keep people engaged in the idea that they were in the right. Let's not forget there was a shadow government for 4 years right after that. I'm going to read what Lambo is saying. Hi, MJ Cook. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. We're just having a conversation. Okay, Lambo is telling me. I can already tell I'm going to agree with this. Here we go. When Harris had 30,000 people at her rally Sunday before the election, and the orange turd couldn't get people to come to stay at his. Exactly. The visual was so fucking obvious that Kamala's campaign was way stronger. I mean, you could just see it. You could see it. It was an incredibly short campaign and yet powerful. I'm going to give that to us, the people, more than I am to Kamala and the DNC, to be honest. The people wanted change. Kamala was an imperfect candidate. Of course, I voted for her. But I have been fucking pissed as hell at her since the election. Why? Because she conceded in record time and then went on a fucking book tour. I really couldn't. Oh no, like no, I cannot. That really pissed me off. Lambo's also telling me. Also, Musk and Dump, I love the names, I use those too, had a mutual destruction so they both could stay out of jail and enrich themselves. Absolutely. Right. Doug is also saying, I know. Thank you for saying this, Doug. The DNC won't even share their post-mortem analysis because they're afraid to fuck with the orange turd and his billionaire oligarchy. They know the election wasn't fair. Um, the DNC. Okay, let's talk about the DNC, you guys. They are corrupt as fuck. I'm just going to say it like that. The DNC is corrupt. It's a private organization. That's all it is. Okay. It's a fundraiser for the Democratic Party. Okay. The DNC is the top fundraiser of the Democratic Party. Okay. They are not for us. Okay. They are not for us. They are for funding candidates. And those candidates work for their funders. This is how our politics works, you guys. Those people don't get in office and work for us. We put them in office with our votes in good faith, and they turn around and they serve the interests of the corporations and the foreign lobbies. Okay, this is a reality. Politics changed a lot in 2010. Well, it's been a gradual decline, but in 2010, I'm sure you guys know this, Citizens United. That was a Supreme Court ruling. What happened? Corporations became people, you guys. Corporations are people. Did you know? A corporation is a person. And because it's a person, it has First Amendment rights. And do you know what that means? First Amendment rights as a corporation. Guess what? You get to make unlimited campaign contributions. Free speech. Oh, shit. That's some of the most fascist shit. Hi, Eugene. Thank you for joining. Lambo, all of them are. Are you talking about all the politicians? Thank you. Hi, David Page. Yeah, joined Lambo. All of them are. It doesn't matter what party. You're right. You're right. The DNC, Doug says the DNC is corrupt. They screwed all of us in 2016. Bernie was the candidate that actually would have beaten the orange turd. Nothing against a woman in office, as I believe it's so needed. But Bernie was the progressive voice and leader that we needed. This is all facts. But Bernie is not a pre-approved candidate for the oligarchs because he's progressive. So they had to have Hillary Clinton. It is sickening. Of course, women can be as good of a leaders. This is not about gender, you guys. I want you to know, Hillary did not win because Hillary didn't lose because she was a woman. Some people could argue that, but that to me, that's more the narrative. The DNC fucked us over. Okay, they did it with Kamala and Hillary, and it was very convenient. You know why? Because then the voters could be blamed for being sexist and racist. Well, that's not really what happened, you guys. That's just how they divide us. Look what happened with 2024. Musk interfered for 2 years prior by turning X into a right-wing megaphone. Okay, then he had $1 million a day lottery. He did a lot of other shit too. Oh, and then he rigged the tabulations, right? So we have crooks running around in charge of our elections, right? Elon Musk gets involved, buys the election, literally buys our election. And what happens afterwards? Nothing. DNC didn't say shit. The DNC didn't, there was no peep. There was no lawsuits. And so the Democrats look like they are complicit. They didn't say anything. They're not doing anything. The only thing they're doing is strong speeches and fundraising. So that's where I realized after 2024, like, holy shit, it's not just MAGA. It's 100% both parties. And I kind of felt bad for not really knowing that before because in my gut, I did know, but I wanted to believe Kamala could win. But the DNC kept Biden in that race. Remember, he said he was going to be a one-term president? What happened? What the fuck happened? The guy was old. Sorry. It's not an age thing, but 4 more years as a president when you're 80 years old? He said he would be a one-term president. All of a sudden, he's running again. Goes to have a debate against this orange thing. Has a bad debate. And then what happens? The billionaires media drags him through the mud for one bad debate, even though Donald Trump, as we all know, has been conversing like a jumbled mess for years. Biden has won that debate. The billionaires use their media companies to move him out and then bring in Kamala. Okay, it's the same billionaires. They own the media. They fund our candidates, right? It's the same people. So the DNC, they fuck us over. They make bad decisions or purposeful decisions. They throw in Kamala at the last minute. She has an amazing campaign, but somehow the election is rigged, and then the voters are blamed for being racist and sexist. This is how they do it. It is actually a conspiracy, Doug. Okay. David Page, yeah. I heard a dirtbag congressman from Louisiana say that. Very fine line about Citizens United, free speech. Exactly. Exactly. That is propaganda, you guys. That is propaganda. And the Supreme Court, they've been pumping out propaganda like left and right. And that's part of it. Corporations are free speech. Baloney. Hi, Lucy. Thank you for joining. Hi, David Godfrey. Doug. Exactly. Bernie isn't for sale. Mamdani isn't for sale. He will show other progressive leaders how to get it done. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. The progressive leaders, mumps interfered so many levels, said Doug. I like that. Mumps. I like that. Musk and Trump. I like that. Is that a combination? Is that a neologism? The Cool Group isn't cool is saying Fetterman spent more time attacking AOC and Bernie than GOP. They all take bribes. APAC, thank you. Heritage Foundation, Musk, Thiel, Ginny Thomas, Harlan Crow. See, it's a catharsis when other people understand what the fuck is going on. We have a bunch of bought off fucking corrupt ass judges, Congress people. All these people are bought off, except for a few marginalized progressive people who take small donations like AOC. Although AOC has also had criticism her way recently because of voting yes on sending defensive weapons to Israel. Lambo is telling me they didn't want to be compared to the Republicans. Oh, yeah. So they just tucked their tail instead of fighting for the election. Oh my gosh, thank you for saying that because I make memes, and one of the first memes I made about this, it said, the Democrats were too afraid of looking like them that they did not even question the most obviously rigged election. I mean, they didn't want to be what? Conspiracists? Well, what if the election's actually rigged or not? So then I thought, oh, actually, maybe they don't really mind this Project 2025 stuff so much. Because haven't we all in our lives in this country kind of been conditioned to speak up, stand up? I mean, even our politicians are telling us to do it, but they're not telling us how. Like, if our people in office who swear oaths to the Constitution are not putting their bodies on the line and are not doing as much as we are, I'm going to have to believe that they're down with Project 2025. Like, if you're not out at the Capitol steps setting up a tent city, I don't give a shit about a strong speech. I don't give a shit about posting on social media. I don't give a fuck. Get the hell out there with your body. Get out there. Get out there with your body. Have they even been at the marches? Jesus Christ. I got Cory Booker, and he's my senator, and also Andy Kim. I haven't heard from them one time since the inauguration last year. I have not had a single piece of mail. I haven't had any mail from my senators or emails. It's negligent, unacceptable. Lambo is saying, okay, Doug is saying, oh yeah, oh good, I got another one. Okay, Doug. And after the debate, they staged an attempted assassination, yes, they did, in Butler, PA. Sorry, an AR-15 would have torn off his earlobe if it was really grazed. Totally a setup. This is one of the most important things that we have to know. The false flags. God, they're everywhere, you guys. Charlie Kirk, too. That's what I believe. That shit was planned. Look at Erica Kirk now. It's so obvious. After something, hi BC, great to see you. Thank you for your peace sign. Oh, David, I know Jamal Bowman. So David Page, yeah, saying Jamal Bowman was the first male member of the squad. He also made the mistake of calling out Israel. Next election, he was primaried out by AIPAC-funded opponent. Yep. AOC smartly has avoided talk of Israel, but is now attacking AIPAC. Jamal Bowman, I literally know him. I'm from New York. I don't live there now, but I actually helped him on his campaign. And also I lived in AOC's, or I didn't live in her district, but I worked in AOC's district during the time she ran. So I helped out with that too. I was very involved with New York politics for a long time. Now I'm in New Jersey. Hi, Abra Buffalo. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Total community conversation here. Just checking in. I was feeling kind of sad and, overwhelmed by life. And so I came on here and people are making me feel so much better. Lucy, I don't know if I said hi to you before. If I missed you, I'm sorry. If anybody wants to make any comments, tell me how you're doing. Tell me how you feel physically, mentally. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I'm a therapist and I have a very holistic practice where I want to help people be healthy physically and mentally. And so, now that they have decided to wage war on us, one of the ways that they're waging war is with disease. That's with disease. That's why they have changed vaccination policies. They're using illness to weaken us. And so we have to put our health as a priority. And as I was saying before, everyone's different. Some people work so many hours. It's impossible to exercise. You can't get outside. It's hard to eat right. It's no one's fault. Our country makes living very difficult. It's hard to take care of ourselves. None of this is our fault, you guys. I want you to know that. David, oh, you live in New York State too. Are you proud that E. Jean Carroll lives in upstate and Jennifer Welch, I've had it, has moved from Kansas to New York City? I didn't even know that about Jennifer Welch. Lambo is saying, plus the Democrats play nice like things are normal, way past normal. I think it's more insidious than that. I think that these are some of the wealthiest, most well-connected people on the planet. Definitely in the country, the Democrats. Some of them, like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, they're rich. They're enriched by being in government. Kristen Gillibrand, for fuck's sake, Cory Booker. These people have money. They have power. They are choosing to fail. It's a choice. Have you ever been in a job or a life situation where you knew in your gut, I got to do this because it's right? If they're not feeling that now, I don't know how they'll ever get it. What I expect of elected people is to be with the people, not sitting behind desks or in Congress or around the wealthy all the time. No, they are put in office to serve us. We put them there. However, in today's politics, that's just not how it works. They got to keep those funders happy or they're going to lose all that money. That's how our politics works now, you guys. Corporations are people. They have free speech, Let's see. Lambo is saying, thank you for all your comments. They want to unalive us any way they can. More for them. It's so hard to believe, but it's true. It's true. You know, these oligarchs, they hoard. They're hoarders. They hoard wealth. They hoard the resources of the planet. It kills people. They know that. This is purposeful. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. Okay, there's a difference. Hi, Angela. Oh my gosh, you're a Kohut as well? I'm a Kohut too. Oh my goodness, that is so exciting. I meet so few Kohuts. um, oh, good. So, well, I'm glad David Page is telling me AOC is attacking APAC. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm attacking APAC all the time too. All the time, as much as I can. APAC is one of the super PACs of the Israeli lobby. There's more than just APAC, you guys. There's more PACs. So these political action committees, right? The PACs, you probably didn't hear about that earlier, right? That's all related to Citizens United too. This is all about campaign finance. And it is fucking crooked as shit. You guys, this country is corrupt. The billionaires run it, and they have corrupted all of the branches of government. Okay, so we the people, we gotta take this shit back. Thank you for putting her website in there, though. Thank you, David. What is the origin of the name Kohut? This is a great question. Well, in my family, it is a Russian Jewish name. I don't know about in other people's families. That's what it is in mine. This is my married name. I am Italian and Irish and of some other European backgrounds. And thank you for asking. My maiden name is Simon. So, by the way, you probably don't even know. My name is Michelle. My name is Michelle. So, let's see. Okay, David Page is telling me APAC is falsely classified as a domestic lobby. This gives it the ability to bypass regulations limiting foreign donations. That is disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. That is just, I mean, our elections are a joke. They're a joke. Our elections cannot be trusted. See, a lot of people, this is the funny part. Well, what was the first rigged election that you saw? Mine was Bush v. Gore, 2000. Do you remember what happened? Okay, that shit was rigged too. George W. Bush's brother was the governor of Florida. And then the Supreme Court said, you can stop counting ballots. What? What? And then, oh, what happened a year later? Terrorist attack? Unexplainable terrorist attack? Unexplained. How did it happen? I don't know. But then we went to war with a country that wasn't even involved. What might have happened there, you guys? I don't know. What do you think? That shit was fake as fuck. That shit was completely a false flag. Yeah, I fucking said it. Yes, 9/11 was another false flag. If you agree with me, let me know. And if you think I'm fucking crazy for saying it, I was in New York City at the time. I was living there. And once again, I could feel it in my gut. When those towers fell, I said something ain't right. And then a few hours later, the financial building that wasn't even touching or even that close to those towers fell down. So our whole entire reality is fully constructed for us, okay? Okay, this is real. This is not a conspiracy theory, you guys. This is a fucking conspiracy. Hi, Prairie Dog. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining, everyone. Angela, again, hello. Abra Buffalo. Anybody who wants to say anything, say hello. I'm gonna go back to the beginnings, make sure I didn't miss anyone up front. Eugene is still here. Well, in any case, you guys, our reality is fully constructed. And as you can see now, I mean, it's very obvious now with our mainstream media. Now everybody gets it because they saw all of the big corporate media companies sane wash Trump, sane wash authoritarianism, sane wash all of the things that have happened. For example, did you see the shadow presidency that went on during Biden's term? Donald Trump was at Mar-a-Lago hosting authoritarian world leaders. That shit is totally unconstitutional. Do you remember when he stole all those documents and he brought them and stored them in the shitter? Remember that? I knew then that, oh, this is a coup. This is a coup. And Merrick Garland was letting them get away with all this shit. People say, oh, they didn't want to weaponize the DOJ. Weaponize the DOJ? We saw fucking insurrection. We saw people died. That's not weaponizing the DOJ. That's using the DOJ to punish the lead fucking insurrectionists. Fucking A, man. I'm telling you. This country we live in. Hi, Pamela. It's so nice to see you. This country we live in, you guys, is fucking nuts. David is saying, SNL did a funny act regarding the imprisoned Noriega being visited in his cell by President H.W. Bush. We had some fun times. Yes, George? H.W. That never happened. Am I clear? Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, exactly. So much constructed reality. All of these events that, happen, wars, invasion. Well, hello, look at fucking Venezuela. It's the same shit. It's just they're not hiding it. Like the past presidents, they would do the same kind of shit, but they would hide it. This regime is just doing it. Say anything you want. Hi, Pamela. Hey there. Say anything you want, you guys. Community conversation, community care, prairie dog. Yes, okay. Were you referring to the CIA building that went down next to the towers on 9/11? I was just tuning in. Yes, I was. I was talking about how I lived in New York City at the time. Well, first of all, I want to say before that, I was talking about how important it is that we listen to our gut. And I was referring to when, after the 2024 election, or during the 2024 election, and all the swing states went red, I asked anybody, did they have a gut feeling? Did anything happen in their body that let them know something isn't right? And people agreed. Well, the same thing happened to me on 9/11. And by the way, this is how I've learned how to live life, you guys. We have to tune in. We are fucking brilliant. We're brilliant people. Our body tells us so much. All you gotta do is listen to it. Your stomach's gonna tell you, your chest will tell you, your hands will tell you, your body gives you signals. Listen to them and teach your children about it too. So yeah, tell me anything else you want to say, Prairie, about that. Okay, David Page, speaking of Donald hosting foreign dignitaries while Biden was president, glad you mentioned it. Prior to Reagan defeating Carter, Reagan's campaign promised gifts to Iran. I forget what, in exchange for releasing the hostages. Reagan would later, famously repeat the line, God, talk about propaganda, here it comes. We don't make deals with terrorists. I don't think that's how Reagan sounded, but that's how it came out for mine. We don't make deals with terrorists. Well, that shit's gone out the window, hasn't it? Hasn't it? Look at all the terrorists we're making deals with these days. We got a whole bunch of domestic terrorists running around. The states are doing deals with domestic terrorists. I heard that some police union or police organization in Minnesota said they were all for ICE. They're with them. They're great. They're pals. Fuck this shit. Lambo. Oh, I like this validation. Thank you for calling it a regime. I am tired of people calling it an administration. I told you guys earlier I make memes. And I made a meme. I posted it the other day it was February 7th, and it said, "Dear all media, please stop calling whatever the fuck is in the White House an administration. It's a regime. Stop washing fascism." That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. So yeah, I've been calling it a regime since day one, and I will never call it an administration. You know why? Because they ain't administrating shit. Pamela Williamson. Oh, okay. See, she's tuning in. She says, "My legs went out when Trump won." Whoa. Whoa. You see? And I felt sick for my grandkids. I know. I'm so scared for our kids, you guys. I'm so scared. I'm not kidding. I think about it all the time. Prairie dog, and I want to come back to that, but I'm going to read prairie dog. My first exposure to that info was from the Wise Wolf here on Stack. Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, people don't like to hear about 9/11 not being seen as a legitimate, terrorist attack, like not being an inside job. Oh, God, there's all kinds of stories about different people talking about being involved. Of course, there were plenty of eyewitnesses to bombs going off in the building. I mean, somebody was on here the other day telling me he's an engineer and he right away knew that that could never be true. And he tried to go to the authorities and talk to them. Of course, nobody wants to hear that. So, use your intuition. When you feel something, it listen. Hi, Lisa Ward. Thank you for joining. Tamala. Oh, it's definitely a regime. Yes, thank you. It is. Hi, Paula. Hi, Clarence. Thank you guys for joining. Just here to connect with my community. Just here to hear how you feel, how you think. We're coming up on a year. We're coming up on a fucking year. What have they accomplished in the first year? What have they accomplished? A lot. I knew all of this was coming, you guys. After you want to talk about a body sensation? I had an acute stress reaction 3 days after that election. It was my body telling me what's coming is so bad. And what flashed through my mind, you know what it was? The military. I knew he would divide our military. I knew he would make us unsafe by dividing our military. This is really sedition. He is working for Putin. We have Russian assets in the motherfucking White House. We have Russian assets. They are well known. It's not a joke. Okay, let's see. I know Lambo says it seems like 5 years. 1 year. 1 year. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable to me that it has been 1 year and they have accomplished so much. Nobody thought they could do it. Here was one of the ways we were manipulated. We had thought not me, the society has been brainwashed to believe all these years that Donald Trump was a buffoon. I hate him. I can't stand the dude, but he is in the Oval Office for the second time. Is he a puppet? Yes. But he knows what he's doing. And when people think that he's talking crazy, it's not an accident. He doesn't have to say anything that makes sense. Because why? Because they use very specific propaganda techniques. Actually, written by the fucking Führer, Adolf Hitler. It's called The Big Lie. Have you heard of it? The Big Lie is a very effective propaganda technique. And it's when you lie, but the lies are crazy. They're nuts. A great example is eating the cats and dogs. Oh, we're seeing the big lie everywhere with Venezuela, of course. Every day in Minnesota or wherever ICE is attacking, we're seeing the big lie all the time. The big lie is just what it sounds. It's a huge fucking lie told by somebody really powerful, and the more outrageous, the better, because the human mind, it's part of cognitive dissonance. If something is so outrageous, the human mind, for many, will say, well, I mean, he wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't true, because that's really, really crazy. But in fact, yes, he is. Okay, David, I'll try to see what you said. Smart observation. Trump may be growing senile, but he's crazy like a fox. Exactly. Yeah, like, I'm going to read your comment in a second, Pamela. Trump is an actor. He literally wasn't, he's an actor. He plays a role, and he plays it well. And so I don't, as much as I hate the dude, I think the way he acts is bizarre, but I don't think he's stupid, you guys. He's enriched himself dramatically. Like, the media has made us believe he is stupid so that we didn't see what was coming, so that we wouldn't believe it could ever happen. They were masterful, these oligarchs. Okay, Pamela is saying, well, let me read Paula first. I just said to my husband as I was coming upstairs to go to bed after watching the news, this is so stressful. I'm so sorry. It sure is. I really encourage people, believe it or not to watch the news. I encourage people to know what's going on, you guys. It's bad. It's bad. But we don't have to always expose ourselves to the madness. We really don't. I want to encourage you not to watch the news. And if something is really, really, really important, it will get to you, okay? I want you to consider blocking out stimulation like news. I want you to consider blocking out visuals that are disturbing. I really do. You don't need to watch those videos that disturb you. That's not good for you right now. You can know what's going on, and you can have empathy, and you can fight like hell. But you do not have to expose yourself every day to violence or to anything that disturbs you. Like, for example, I will never listen to anyone in the regime get up and talk. It's too triggering. I already know what the fuck they're going to say. I could tell you exactly what they're going to say. Okay, let me see what. So anyway, Paula, take excellent care of yourself. Stay away from that news. Relax your central nervous system. Take a bath, light a candle, read your book, pet your dog if you have one. Do quiet things that are loving for yourself. Pamela, I knew it was coming. She's telling me, I knew it was coming, but it's so fast. I was surprised the military didn't laugh Hegseth out of the Pentagon. This is what I realized. I read this. The military members are not actually able to determine very easily what is an illegal order. We saw some generals resign. We saw some get fired. The generals know, but the enlisted men and women do not always know what an illegal order is. And quite frankly, if they defy an order, they could be court-martialed. So, again, they've gotten us good. They've gotten us real good. When Hegseth got up on that stage and talked about the fucking warrior ethos, I listened to a few clips from that. Again, it's so hard for me to really sit and listen to this propaganda. He was talking about people being fat. I was blown away by that. But then I realized that that was a way to degrade them, right? That was just a way to fuck with their minds. Who on earth would get up on a stage and literally start talking about people's weight? But it's very purposeful. All this stuff is scripted, and they know human psychology, you guys. Let me see what other people are saying. Let's see. Hi, Julian. Great to see you. Pamela. I'm so sorry. I get into arguments with my family about Trump. I say he's a real life mobster. They don't believe it. They are clueless. I've learned so much about the human mind. I am in psychology. I'm a therapist, but this experience over the last 10 years, I've just learned so much more. We're easily influenced, okay, human beings. That's how our brain is wired. Okay, we're made to attach. That's what we're made to do. We're literally made, my brain is made to attach to your brain. And so when people in very high positions of power, like people in the church, the priest, the pastor, the teacher, the coach, the politicians, the president, our brains want to connect to these leaders. And so the very fragile minds of so many Americans who from birth have been brainwashed by religion, by patriarchy, by racism, white supremacy. This is our culture, you guys. The masses are brainwashed from birth. Now, during this particular era of our life, something different happened. Entire families were fractured. That was not happening before. What this regime came in and did was literally fracture families in half. So I'm so sorry, Pamela, that you have to go through that. And I want you to know, I know you feel like fighting with them, but I want you to know there's nothing you can do or say that's going to convince them. I know that's so crazy that like people in your family could believe liars over their own family. It happens all the time. So we have to have boundaries with our family and friends who don't understand and who are brainwashed. Unfortunately, we have to decide this is not going to be a good use of my time and energy, so I'm not even going to have this argument. I want you to think about that. Okay. It's always up to you. It's your life, but I want you to know you're not responsible, nor can you successfully change their mind. I know that's hard to believe, but we're seeing it. Okay, David Page, I have posted on my Substack that Trump is KKK's latest grand wizard. Absolutely. In 1975, T as head of T org convicted of housing discrimination. Absolutely. Yeah, the Trumps. Okay, here's another thing, you guys. People think that JD Vance can't be the MAGA king. Guys, people hated Donald Trump. Fox News and the right-wing propaganda is what let him rise. Trump was hated by everyone around him in New York. The Russians identified a very good asset. The billionaires identified a very good asset. He has no morals. He will do and say shit that nobody else will do. He's a tool. He's a perfect tool. His family is sociopathic, as evidenced by what you're saying, David. Their long history of blatantly white supremacist behavior. So yeah, he's the grand wizard, and he's in the presidential seat. David's continuing in 1989. Okay, they paid $75K for a poll. Oh, I'm so glad you're bringing this up. I was going to too. In 1989, he paid $75K for a full-page ads calling for death. It's true. The ad said, "Bring back the death penalty." That's what the ad said in the New York Times, and it was related to the Central Park Five. And those beautiful boys, David's continuing, it's true, they were coerced by cops into false confessions. KKK splinter organization. Who cops? Definitely. So, yeah, Donald Trump was hated. And so they gave him a show that helped his rise. But don't worry, guys. JD has a book. There's a movie made by Ron Howard about his book. Erica Kirk is kissing him on the cheek and endorsing him for president. Okay. Fox News, the right-wing propaganda, the right-wing megaphones, They can make anybody powerful. I want you to consider that. I want you to consider that the human mind is that easily influenced that the right wing can make whoever the fuck they want popular. Okay. Hi, Zaitan or Zeton. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for joining, Paula. Oh, this is great. She said, I've started doing puzzles, very meditative. I love it. It helps me stay focused. One of the things I like to do is like if I'm doing a puzzle, I like to be like, I'm gonna just look for pieces that have blue on them. It's very organized, right? Do you have a big a puzzle board? The big wooden board with the drawers? I love it. I love sorting the pieces. Very meditative, I agree. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so David's talking more about the Central Park Five, by the way, who were eventually exonerated, thank God. And one of them is now a council member in New York City. So he's saying Trump attributed the five as examples of, quote, roving bands of wild criminals, even way back then, pushing anti Black stereotypes. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys also saw him testify in Congress about the Native American casinos. Did you ever see that? He was very racially targeting during that, too. It was fucking disgusting. Lambo says Fox News is a major reason for where we are. It sure the fuck is. Although I have to say, if you guys didn't read today, Christopher Armitage, he had a great article like he does every day, talking about the various, what I like to call the right-wing megaphones. Fox News is actually not the most powerful one. You want to know what it is? Facebook. Even more so than X. I learned that today. He's got the data in there. But in any case, Fox News, also right-wing radio. Right-wing radio, too, still reaches tons of people. So we've got a big job in front of us. Hi, Anarchy is order. Great to see you. Pamela Williamson telling me on 9/11 he showed his lack of empathy. He sure did. He sure did. He's been showing his lack of empathy from a very young age. That was another reason, of course, why he was the perfect asset, the perfect Russian asset, because he had shown from a young age that he was a sociopath. What is a sociopath? A sociopath does not have the same feelings towards other human beings. They have no moral compass, right? So they make great assets who can be traitors to their country. And he's got to be one of the best ever. I'll tell you who. Hi, Toad. Great to see you. Hi, KK. You've been here a lot. I love it, KK. Hi, Toad. Thanks for saying hi. Thank you so much for coming, you guys, and just saying hello, connecting, conversating. David Page is saying, speaking of families not trusting their own, a prophet, okay, it's a quote, a prophet is never recognized in his hometown. Whoa. Whoa. That could apply to a lot of us here, I think. Okay, David's telling me New York City recently named an entrance to Grand Central Park in memory of the five. Yay! The Central Park Five, building a beautiful gate emblazoned with Gate of the Exonerated. Yes! Fuck yes! This is likely a motivation for Trump attacks on blue cities. Oh, God. I just want to send a message of love and respect to all of the Americans who are fighting their asses off for us right now. It includes everybody here, yes. It includes everybody every day who is joining together here and in the streets and in their communities to stand up for each other. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for what you guys write. I'm so grateful for the signs you make, where you go with your bodies and stand up, what you film. just this is activism. We don't have perfectly organized opposition yet. The fascists are far ahead of us. We have a lot of catching up to do. Many will die. It's devastating. I grieve every day. I grieve. I leave space for it. It's essential that as we go through here, that we don't become numb. So how do we do that? We actually have to grieve in the moment. When we're feeling sad, we have to feel it. We can't push it away. You have to feel your feelings in order to sustain your energy for this marathon we're in. You actually have to feel your feelings. If you stuff them, if you suppress your feelings, you will actually get ill and you will get burned out and you won't be able to sustain your energy. So you said blue cities, so that's what made me think of it. I'm sending my love to all the cities that are under siege. I'm sending love to Venezuela. I'm sending love to Greenland. I'm sending love to the world. Oh, thank you for waving. Anarchy is order. I love it. Oh, thank you, KK. She's bringing up, or they're bringing up. Have you looked into the Sasha Riley stuff? I have. I have. Did you hear? A survivor and witness of the Trump Epstein sex trafficking ring, Sasha Riley, told his story. And it is incredibly disturbing, gruesome, devastating, traumatizing. Not everybody can listen to it. I'm in mental health. I've been around a lot of these kinds of very difficult situations. So I did listen to his testimony or his recording. It's going around in Substack a lot. I've posted it a few times. I honor him. I honor his courage. His courage. It takes so much courage to come forward. It takes so much courage to come forward. These survivors and victims of the Trump Epstein sex trafficking ring, who's going to give them justice, you guys? We have to. These Epstein files are never going to come out. Sasha Riley told his story. We can believe him. This is how we give them justice. We believe. The Epstein files, unfortunately, were brought out at a time, very sadly to say, to distract us. I have known about this stuff since 2016 when the first case against Trump came out. So this is not new, but it happened to come out 3 days before the one big, beautiful bill was signed into law. With the one big, beautiful bill, a lot of people didn't even know what's in it. Did you know what was in it? The Epstein saga was put there. Ron DeSantis was the first person to release grand jury testimony. He did this. He's a MAGA operative. And then on July 1st, boom, in the media comes out the Epstein files. 3 days later, OBA's signed into law. Well, we had July, August, September, October, November, December. We would have had 6 months to organize. But instead, the entire society was chasing Epstein files. I can tell you right now, they have no intention of releasing these. He has never been afraid of these files. That's what the media tells you. That's the propaganda, you guys. That's the big lie. You think he's running scared from these Epstein files. No, the fuck he's not. All of his backers already know about this shit. Jeffrey Epstein and Trump, all these global oligarchs, they all fucking know about this shit. They don't give a fuck. So thank you, KK, for bringing up. Please look into Sasha Riley's story, guys. David's telling me more about the dedicated gate. The gate is also in memory of all who are falsely accused. Oh, thank goodness. What a wonderful thing we need in our society. Let's honor all those who've been falsely accused. They fill our prisons. Also, one of the 5 was just elected to a New York City Borough City Council. That's right. Trump still defends his accusations, saying they confess. This is a great example of the big lie. I was talking about it earlier. One of Trump's first big lies was Mexicans are rapists. Another one was fake news, right? These are all big lies. These are things that he repeats over and over. And when you hear something over and over, people begin to believe it. So what he does, and so, oh God, one of the things that drives me fucking nuts is when people think that somehow something he's saying is an accident. No, the fuck it isn't. He reads from a goddamn script every day and he can improv a little, yeah, but no, 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 no. He knows what he's saying. He knows exactly what he's doing. It doesn't have to make sense. That's the whole point. It fools us. People think he's dumb. Look where he is. Paula, no moral compass, and he recently said that his power is only limited based on his own brain and mortality. That's right. That's right. See, he was a perfect asset, a Russian asset, a perfect tool for the oligarchs, Trump, because he will say outrageous things and even believe it. He is very grandiose. That's real. He's sociopathic. He's grandiose. He's definitely doing some kind of substances. You can see it in the way his face looks. He's very ill mentally and physically. And that's another thing I've been talking about this week. Well, you don't think this shit is over when he dies, do you? No. There's plenty of puppets waiting for a promotion. Okay, JD Vance is one of them. Okay. Oh, thank you, David. He's telling I have a beautiful voice. Well, it's so funny because right now I'm talking really low because the other people in my house are maybe sleeping, and I have a low voice, and I have a loud voice too, so I'm talking real quiet. Toad, thank you for commenting. Toad, Facebook, X, Fox, Breitbart, Carlson, Fuentes, Telegram, Bannon, Tate. Shit, you named them. These are the fucking right-wing megaphones. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay, David wants to clarify something about my voice. That's so sweet. He said it's very trusting sounding, good, soft voice for your role as a psychological counselor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Prairie Dog is saying, will this be available for replay? I had to take a break. It will. It will be available for replay. I hope your daughter is well. Oh my goodness, send her our love. Prairie Dog is telling me taking a call from my daughter in northwestern Metro Minneapolis, pretty heavy tone. We are with her. We are with you. I send her my love. I send her my strength. I send Minnesotans my healing energy. I am with you. I am in solidarity. I will never give up fighting. Never, ever. David is saying about the big, beautiful bill originally had a clause forbidding states from regulating AI. This was later removed. New York State became the first state to regulate AI. Good. Proud of our state and Governor Hochul. Hochul has recently pledged support for Mamdani. Finally. No, I'm glad she did. Okay. KK, they confessed because they were terrorized into admitting that they committed crime. They were children and had no advocate when interviewed. I know. We have to keep honoring their stories. Did you guys read Virginia Giuffre's memoir? Whatever you can do to amplify the voices of survivors, that is our job. We may not be able to prosecute the criminals, but we can always believe. We can always believe survivors, and we can always amplify their voices. That is our job. Let's see. Okay. KK told me yes. Thank you. I don't know exactly what it was about, but I love the affirmation. I'm just reading a little bit. Prairie Dog, waiting for the resourceful Ukrainians to do something domestically. See, they're resourceful. Oh my goodness, look at them. They're in better shape for their attack than we are. But at the same time, we can organize, Americans. We can. We can organize. We're brilliant. Americans are brilliant. All we have to do is come together just like this. share ideas, and connect. Listen, you guys, I'm gonna say goodbye because I just noticed it's almost 11:15, and I have to get to bed. But I want to tell you I love you, and I will be back, and I will be here, and I'm not going anywhere. And I'm so grateful for all of your participation. I mean it. You have brightened my day, and you have allowed me to feel grounded so that I can go to sleep tonight. Okay? Thanks again. I'll see you soon.